Right after the break, we're going to interview Eric Weihenmayer, who climbed the highest mountain in the world, Mount Everest. But he's gay. He's blind. So we'll hear about that coming up.
Okay, as we head to the break, a look at the 6 o'clock.
A census taker once tried to test me. I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Let's count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 12, 10, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year!
22-minute podcast. 22-minute podcast. Don't want to take up much of your time. Just gonna read some headlines. Stuff.
Welcome to the 22-minute podcast. My name is Wes Sievertson. Today is January 31st, 2024. Last time we will follow the day and the month with the year 2024. So look at that. Interesting. And yes, so I made a quick joke at the end of the last episode where we were talking about Mike's high school ASL teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Or is that right? Yeah.
Yep.
It's like, did I just make up an acronym?
I never took ASL.
What are you talking about? I just completely fictionalized an experience. No, but
Now we're making shit up about each other, Wes.
His teacher was definitely a very token deaf person, and that the only way that she was able to get through life was as a deaf person. She was like, I'm just going to go be a deaf person in a high school, and I'm going to teach American Sign. No, I made a joke about her. Wait,
Is that something you can identify as a deaf person?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if we're being serious, like in the sense that, there was a huge, there was some movie about it. It was like a TV or Showtime kind of movie that made me kind of look it up when I was a kid. But yeah, man, there was like, I don't remember what it was, but I think it was in the 70s or 80s where like there was
Gallaudet University, where they didn't have a deaf president, and there was a big uproar.
I don't know.
The deaf students.
Oh,
I learned about that in my ASL class.
Oh, okay, okay. So yeah, I took Spanish and I didn't learn anything on purpose.
Tu tienes mi corazón. I think I remember you saying that.
Well, that's from
in high
Scrubs.
school. Oh, is that really?
Yep, that's where I picked that up. That's in Scrubs. So thank you, Bill Lawrence.
He had a birthday last week.
Yep, and it was also the janitor's birthday like a month or so ago.
That's right,
and he, I believe, is the one who delivered that line. I think so. Anywho, what the fuck was I talking about?
I have no idea.
Oh, no, there was like, there was, I mean, they had to fight, like, handicapped people, people with disabilities had to fight for, I mean, I think it materialized in a lot of ways of just like, hey, like, I literally can't get into this restaurant, kind of thing. So just restricting areas that are public areas. And so, I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know enough about it, but I bet that movie is probably all I know, in fact. And I don't remember that movie very well. But anyway, so yeah, I bet as a deaf person, for sure, like, it's important to be able to distinguish yourself as, like,
for sure.
I do require certain things, that should be like prophylactic. It should just be handed out because, hey, this is a condition that enough people have that, you can't just give us super specialized treatment, but there does need to be designated conditions,
No, for sure.
So, and I believe in that kind of thing, but I'm a socialist. I'm probably more like a socialist capitalist combo thing, but we don't.
What's your percentage, do you think?
Oh, that's tough.
64-36.
Probably pretty close. I think that's a good. That does sound like one of those good. Like, I do want to favor one more than the other enough to show that I favor it without like going too far. I think that's probably like a good default that you could always use in that situation.
I think I like 27-30 or 27-73.
That's the next.
I just
step.
like the number 27.
Oh, dang it! I was gonna. Oh, the number 23 is but also 37 everywhere was.
That
I
see 37 everywhere. Well, who was that?
That was that pop punk band, man. I do not remember.
Probably on Drive Thru Records.
No, I don't think so. It was Punchline.
Yeah, there it is.
So there you go, guys. So that's a flash from our past. You know what? So I went to
that should be on the bingo card. Talking about pop punk somewhere.
Yeah, because that was our preteens and that was my preteens a little bit of teenage, a little bit. I had already, you change fashion so quick when you're a kid, because I definitely was like more into pop punk from about 11.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what? I mean, honestly, I was listening to Blink-182 at like 9.
Yeah.
So like 9 to 12 or 13
Yeah.
is like when I was really into pop punk. But that's also like I do think about it now, and like I convinced my dad to drop me off at the door when I was like 12, to see Punchline and Shade the Rainbow or whatever.
Oh yeah, no, we were older than that though.
Oh, we were.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like we were in high school during that, because I was actually just thinking about didn't Shades of Rainbow open up for Punchline?
Yes. Then it had to be freshman year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somewhere around that time for sure.
Well, it had to be freshman.
Well, because didn't he also or he picked us up from the Census Fail show?
But that was like a year at least. I think that was like 2 years later.
Well, I don't think Shades of Rainbow was playing until 2006.
I don't think that's true.
No?
We would have to ask Cole.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he was doing
We'll
it
throw that on the list.
pretty early. Anyway, yeah,
Well, I remember you recorded the Ride the Rainbow EP.
that's when I was 12.
I think about that.
Yeah.
Like just you haven't hit record over and over on was like voice recorder on fucking Microsoft.
Exactly. No, that's when I was 12. So yeah, that timeline makes sense to me. But no, we were definitely 16.
Mm-hmm. It's all coming back.
Right, for the census fail thing?
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Just didn't have because I didn't get my license
Yeah,
until
because my parents dropped us off, and then your dad picked us up.
Nice. So there's a little history about us.
You're welcome, y'all.
Yeah, just in Mesquite, Texas, just wearing black T-shirts, and Mike's got something checkerboard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely have checkered Vans.
Yeah.
Wearing Dickies,
Spiked hair.
with my Atticus shirt.
Just so much work had to go into that hair.
Yeah.
I never saw
Actually,
it
not
myself.
not that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so
Yeah.
any work.
Yeah.
I'm about to like. I need to actually go into this. No one's hear this, but I need to actually go into some sort of, because I usually just shave my hair down.
Oh, sure.
But now I need to get it cleaned up.
Yeah.
But it is going to be weird. I'm going to go in and be like, "Can you give me like a 2?" Like every time they're like, "That's pretty short." I'm like, yeah.
The 2 is the go-to number whenever I buzz my head.
Yeah. Like I don't have to touch my hair if you give me a 2.
Right.
But I do need it cleaned up.
You remember me asking for the 2?
Yeah.
I know what I want.
It's so funny because like I did that once at like some LA place, that definitely was way fancier than I meant it to be. It was like all gay dudes, you know what I mean? And so yeah, I sit down and I'm just like, I look like me, and I'm like halfway engaged with anything, and my eyes are just everywhere and nowhere at the same time, you know what I mean? And so they're probably already just like, who's this guy? And then I sit down and they're like, so what do you want? And I was like, honestly, if you could just give me a 2 all around, I just need it cleaned up around my ears and my neck and stuff. And he was like, are you sure? I'm like,
Listen, I climbed Mount Everest. Are you sure that's what you want?
wait, I don't understand that joke.
So let's circle back to the beginning of.
Yeah. Wait, did we even? I don't think I ever finished that thought, man.
Oh, that's where we branched off.
Oh
yeah.
my God. Oh, so
It was
sorry.
misdone. Yeah.
If anybody seriously
My ASL
listens
teacher.
to this,
Yeah, that's right. That's how.
I
that
really
one started
hope.
out.
I really hope somebody did start listening to this, and this is the episode they were like, nope.
And we're done.
And this
How
is.
How far are we into the
I'm
episode?
saying 8 minutes. That's what I'm saying. We haven't said a word. This is the
It's
most.
Happy New Year's, y'all.
It's
Jesus.
ridiculous. This is so
Whit Severson, Mike Finley here.
stupid. Okay, all right. So yeah, I made a dumb joke about how like, oh, is your ASL teacher deaf or is she gay? And I wanted to contextualize that. That's what the first clip was. I can't believe that we're almost 10 minutes into this. And then
no idea what's going on.
yeah, zero. No one has. There's no cohesion. So this. Remember this. January 31st, 2024. Worst episode so far.
Tuesday. Yeah.
Just a normal Tuesday. And then we
also had Anthony Hopkins. Yep.
His birthday.
87 today.
So look at that. Still rocking and a rolling. He did. What's the last thing he did? He was in Westworld and stuff. He was great in that.
He did a movie.
Oh, he did
like
The Two
Freud's-
Popes. Okay, yes, I do remember
like
that.
Last whatever that might have been.
Yeah.
I legally downloaded that today.
Nice. I don't do that anymore. I this thing's ruined. So yeah. So
I mean, without a VPN, like
I
that's-
had one.
Right.
I mean,
right. Well, I mean,
there's
here's the
Norton
thing. Like, I have
house.
that's all I do on this computer, and I just
Right.
whenever it's done, just throw it on a
a good-
external hard drive, and that's all what that is. Is just a content superboard or something.
No, it's a good thing to have. I I mean, I'm glad I have my hard drive and stuff.
I went hard on it, thinking that like maybe one day, when AI turns on and we're renting out our bodies, like that will be currency, will be
right
films and television shows.
No, honestly, like I mean, the way that they can, like some sort of whoever Disney buys a property and they change, they literally edit it differently, or they just restrict like an episode. Yeah, I mean, it's been happening with SNL, right? Like, you've never been able to access the entire catalog of SNL unless, I suppose.
And each episode is, like, there's no telling how long the actual episode's going to be, which
and
is
that's
so
the dead giveaway.
disappointing.
That's the dead giveaway. Because it's not just them removing the, say, like, the musical artist or whatever. It's full episodes, and they leave, like, one or two
Speaking
skits.
of which, I, like, was very fortunate years ago to download, like, the first 25 seasons of SNL, like as they were like tape recorded.
Got you.
So they are the full episodes
That's
with
awesome.
the musical guest.
I love that. I would love that. I would love that on my hard drive.
It's 186 gigs. I remember like taking forever.
Yeah, dude, my computer took forever for everything. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, I had no reason to say what I just said. I just want to say took forever because you accidentally said it.
I'd say I missay words all the time.
Well, I'm gonna point it out and make a joke.
I can't wait.
Because I'm a dick. Shit, I was gonna say something about something or another. Yeah. I don't know. Honestly, I think it really does just come down to wanting to have access to certain things and not being forced to watch ads, even on like. I mean, seriously, like. Yeah. I kind of made a point. Okay, I really do want to talk about today.
Yeah.
But the last thing I'm gonna say before we start talking about today is I showed you on this TV. There's no default input that it allows you to just turn the television on and you were on the last input, HDMI input 1, 2, 3. Right. No, it forces you to a home screen because it wants you to interact. I've never interacted with it. I mean, I lost the fucking controller. It's in Texas, I think. I don't need it.
Yeah.
Because I don't interact with the television like that. But it's just that kind of thing. It's like it's forcing you. Whether it's ads or whether it's pushing you in a direction of, dude. I mean, it's the same shit with like. That's why I get so frustrated with, algorithms on almost anything. Give me literally movies in categories A to Z.
Yeah.
I don't need your suggestions. I don't need what's popular with whoever, because honestly, I'm gonna go. If I do scroll through 7 of these lists, guess what? It's all the same movies except for like 3 or 4 on each of these lists, and because you have, I don't know. That's another thing too is I don't know how limited everybody wants to own their own IP now and have their own streaming service. So, it may be just like Netflix saying, here's what people seem to watch, and honestly, that's what's probably going to satisfy most other people is just, hey, this satisfied this person. Where I'm looking for obscure shit, where I just can waste like an afternoon or something. Because I love movies. Oh yeah, so one thing I did, you always talk about if we had like a video aspect. I did today include what would be part of a video aspect, not just me being a jackass, but just a little look. I went and saw Gladiator 2, didn't like it, gonna see it again. That's a whole experience. Yeah, I don't want to get into that. I'll get into it later at some point, I'm sure. But I got the 10. That's fun for me. Mike got me for Christmas AMC A Stubs pass list.
Stubs Puce for 3 months.
Right. Yeah, for 3 months. It's awesome. Thank you. Seriously, I'm not gonna waste one of those.
No, I'm happy for you. It's like. You're like the first person that I think would go. At least I remember for the longest time. Like you would when you worked at whatever mall that was. You would go see at least 2 movies a week.
Probably 1.
Yeah.
Like 2 would probably be the most that I ever did.
But just often, like you would go often. So like whenever like I was introduced to this, like this is a program for Wesley Don Savers.
It's true. It's just tough. Like I haven't had a job that's really like allowed me to do it, and so now I do, and I have the time, and I can like actually set aside. I know when I'm working and stuff.
Yep.
But that's why Movie Pass, when I had that for like 2 weeks and then they canceled it, was awesome because I can just go whenever I fucking want.
Right.
Like I don't have to think about like something resetting or whatever.
Jesus, we made a mistake yesterday.
Oh no! What?
We said Fred Ward, and we listed off the credits for James Remar. Fred Ward was in Tremors, not the dad from Dexter. Looking at it, and I was like, oh, fuck.
Okay, well, hey, we're what? Oh, Mr. Perfect! Sorry, forgot it. You never make a mistake. That had to be weird if anyone's upstairs.
What is going on down there?
Nah, normal stuff. Anyway, all right, some birthdays.
Yeah. Turning 71, James Remar.
Right, James Remar.
Dexter's dad.
Just listen to you.
He was the fucking villain. Did you ever watch The Phantom? Like Billy Zane?
I did, but I don't remember it.
James Remar's the bad guy in that.
Cool. Well, now I want to watch it again. I think it's popped up in my mind enough times where I've been like, I need to rewatch that.
That purple suit, dog.
It sounds fun. It really does. Okay, turning 26, Hunter Schafer. She came up before because she was in Kinds of Kindness, and is definitely like
cuckoo. Without that,
I need to see that. Yeah. I need to see that. But you know what? I'm kind of glad. I think she's taken the mantle from Caitlyn Jenner as like the most famous trans person. That's probably a better representative.
100%. Unless she runs somebody over.
I was going to say, unless I don't know that Hunter Schafer's actually
a terrible driver.
Yeah, and responsible for a manslaughter death. Should I just say responsible for manslaughter? I don't know. Anyway.
For slaughter.
Guilty of manslaughter. That's just how you say it. I'm so sorry. Turning 65, Batman.
That's right.
Val Kilmer.
Forever.
Also, your Huckleberry. Seriously, that's probably the best of those 90s Western. Well, Unforgiven's really good. But Tombstone is just like so stylized. Like way more. It's not realistic at all.
Yeah. Was he Doc Holliday in that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And he really is the standout of that movie, in my opinion. Like, the rest is fine. But his performance is just so good. But, of course, I love, what's his name? I'm totally blanking. Kurt Russell?
Kurt Russell.
Yeah. All right. Turning 66, Bebe Neuwirth. I don't know how to say her last name or whatever. But, the stepmom from... Stepmom, right? Or adopted mom? I don't remember. From Jumanji. The aunt from Jumanji. But she's been in a bunch of shit. She was just actually in like a show that my parents were watching. It's the one about what's her name? The homemaker and the cook.
Oh yeah, Sex and the City.
It is an HBO show. It's weird. No, it is weird because it seems like a show where it's like I don't think anyone I know has even heard of this show. It's got Stanley Tucci. I think it's Stanley Tucci. It's about a 50s homemaker, man. And Julia Child. It's about Julia Child.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's an HBO show. I think it has like 2 seasons. But she's in that. And I think that is very popular with like the Gen X boomer people. The people who just sit down and watch stuff every night.
On this day in 1857, Ottawa is made the capital of Canada.
What was it before?
I don't know.
Maybe it wasn't.
Maybe there just wasn't.
1857. I mean, they needed us to be here first, and then they were like, let's go.
Hey, what are they doing down there? Let's go ahead and now.
Or like, what are they doing up there? Let's go colonize up there. It's probably something like that. No, I don't know. That is interesting because, like, I don't know enough about, like, well, I mean, clearly, I guess this is indicating that Canada may have been colonized after the main United States landmass was colonized.
I wonder what their lineage is, like where.
Well, obviously French was a big part of it. I mean,
Icelandic maybe. That'd be fun.
I don't think. I don't. That's interesting. I mean, Iceland is Iceland originally white people, or is that also colonized?
Yeah.
I think this is the problem, Mike. I think that anywhere you can name where white people are, other than like a certain area and some mountains in Europe, it's like we stole that. Real good.
Well, let's talk about that more. Like,
I don't know enough about that.
When did we steal Canada?
It sounds like around 1850s. Around 1850. I mean,
and we'll call it Ottawa.
We'll call it Canada, and we'll play hockey. Fuck yes.
Okay.
All right. And then some of them are French. And they don't like us, and I understand.
French Canada is the best Canada.
Is it?
I know one of the songs in Bigger, Longer, and Uncut.
I don't know.
French Canada is. No, maybe that was just an episode.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in a while, actually. Now we're just all over the place.
Yeah.
Turning 81, Sir Ben Kingsley.
Benjamin Kingsley.
He's doing good.
Yeah.
I got nothing for today. Today's difficult. It's New Year's Eve, guys.
It's New Year's Eve. Yeah, we're just getting ready.
What are you doing tonight? We're just trying to. Yeah, we're just trying to like.
I'm gonna do what I do every night.
Yeah,
every New Year's Eve, and that's just like I will fall asleep probably by 9:30.
Yeah.
Sleep through the fireworks. It's great.
Are like your daughter and your baby mama gonna stay up or something?
No, we never do.
Yeah, I mean,
like I'm not sure why. If it's just like never a thing. Well, it's also. I don't know. No, I don't know.
I mean, we used to go to family.
I remember doing stuff growing up, but just like since she's been born, I don't think so. I don't remember doing anything at least.
This might be the problem with over commercializing every single holiday is they just don't feel like anything. It feels like any other day.
Yeah.
Like especially with.
Yeah, I think you're definitely onto something there for sure.
I mean, with online shopping and Amazon.
Sure. Yeah.
Deals year round.
Yeah.
Like that's the funny thing about because there were a couple things I did want. I don't remember, but Black Friday, whatever.
Yeah.
On Amazon, like there's still stuff in my cart that I didn't buy.
Yeah.
And it's like. I put this one belt because I needed a belt because mine's all warped and shit.
Sure,
but anyway,
sure.
And I was like, oh, maybe I'll get this belt. And so it was like $17. And I was like, maybe, And then it went on sale for $14. And I was like, okay, I'll probably get that. And then I didn't. And now it's $32.
Jesus fuck.
But that's the thing is like when it was marked down to 14 or whatever, 12 or something, it was like, oh, it's marked down from 17. And then all of a sudden they go to 34. And I bet if I leave it in there long enough, it'll go back down to fucking 12 or
Very
whatever.
Well could.
There's no rhyme or reason to it. Like I don't think.
Well, it's like stocks. I mean, it's like they know.
Sure.
How many people have this in their cart?
Sure.
So yada yada. Okay, well now they're not going to buy it. Now we're going to go up, and then whenever we bring it back down to sale for $22, oh yeah, I better buy it.
Yeah. Well, that's what drives every single holiday now is that process and the similar algorithms processing our information and selling us stuff. So yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't feel like anything. But you know what's not going to feel like anything in about 5 seconds?
The end.
Silent.